right, everybody. So the first part of my video series is going to be the travel from the continental U.S. to Osan, and then that transition from Osan into the Q dorms, and then I'll have a couple separate videos on the quarantine process, what that looks like. All right. So for me, I flew from my home city straight to Seattle, SeaTac, and then I checked into a hotel and I had an overnight stay there. All right. So then the next morning, I took a shuttle down to the AMC terminal. Now, the AMC terminal, a couple important things to know about that process, all right? One, it's next to the Hawaii Airlines, all right? So if you are getting on a shuttle or taking a cab, just tell them to take you to Hawaii Airlines departures and you'll see the AMC terminal. It's right, it's the last one in the entire airport. So you're gonna have Hawaii right here, and then the AMC terminal is gonna be the last one on the end. Okay, so now the AMC website, and on your orders that you get, you know, the little ticket that your TMO section had printed out for you, it's going to say that check-in is between 4:30 and 7:30. All right. So the official roll call for flights, at least for me, and I'm guessing for a lot of you, is going to be 7:30 is roll call. All right. Now I got there right at 7, and there was a line of people behind me, you know, half a mile long. All right, and we were just checking in like a normal flight. So I don't know where the roll call came in, but if you get there around 7:20, you're gonna be okay. Don't worry too much about getting there at 4:30 in the morning. You could do that if you want to, couldn't hurt, but it's not gonna be the end of the world if you get there right at 7:30. All right. So the process of checking into the AMC terminal was just like a normal airline. It was just a long line. They were doing COVID testing randomly when I was going through. They were pulling people out of the line and testing them for COVID. I wasn't one of those, but I saw people that it did happen to. Now, besides that, there was some health screenings we had to do. Everyone got their temperature checked as they went through the line, and then we filled out a screening questionnaire, just your standard health questions. Have you been in contact with someone with COVID? Are you displaying symptoms, that kind of thing. All right. So after that, you go to the top of the line, go to the front of the line. You see a agent there from AMC. They check your bags in, give you a seat assignment, and then you're on your way. All right. After that, it's just like getting on a normal flight. You go through TSA, take your shoes off, the whole 9 yards, get inspected, and then you proceed to your gate. And our flight took off at 10:55 on time, so no issues there. The flight itself was good. We had 2 meal services in flight, so that was great. Good crew. It was about a 10-hour flight, and that was our first leg, at which point we landed in Misawa Air Base, and we deplaned at Misawa. And at Misawa, what this looks like is everyone goes off and gets into a giant holding area. And I don't know about Yokota. I've heard different things, but at least this is my experience at Misawa. It was this huge holding area. There was a lot of people, but there was enough seating for everyone. Our wait was anticipated to be 2 hours. However, they worked something out. We were able to get out of there in half an hour. So kudos on the team on the ground there. Good job. In the holding area, a couple things to take note of. There are 2 bathrooms. There is no access to food or vending machines or anything like that. So make sure you are packing snacks for your trip there. And one cool thing I thought they did is that people that were flying with pets, they were allowed to take their pets out to a area and spend some time with them and let them go to the bathroom. So after 10 hours, I know I wanted to walk, so I'm sure the little chihuahuas did too. All right. So after Misawa, after our wait was up, we replaned at that point, and we continued our last leg onto Osan Air Base, which took about 3 hours. So not too bad. We had a snack on the way there, not a full meal service, but they gave us a nice little snack pack. And then after we landed, we all got off, and we started the in-processing portion at Osan. So what that looks like is you're going to go into the terminal, you're going to head upstairs, and then at that point, they're going to separate people into 2 main groups. One was Air Force and one was all others, so Army, Marines, Navy. At that point, in those 2 rooms, that's where we completed all our customs. So we did 2 customs forms and another health screening questionnaire in that room. All right. So after that paperwork was done, They divided us into smaller groups at that point. People staying in Tarumi or TLF, which I'm guessing would be people with children, bringing their families to Osan. People going to Kunsan Air Base, and then people staying here in the Q dorms at Osan. So that's your unaccompanied airmen, like myself, right? So after they gave us our bus assignments, we went downstairs. You go through customs like normal. You have to take out any items that you needed to declare. And then you proceed through customs, and then you get on the bus that you've been assigned, all right? Those buses are going to take you to a COVID testing facility, all right? I don't know how it's going to be when you go through it, but this is my experience, and this is what they're currently doing here. So you pull up to the COVID testing facility. Ours was in a parking garage. You walk up there, all right, and you wait another line. You get your test, and you go through, and that is a fun experience. They really jam that thing in there, so make your eyes water. But good to know that they're taking it seriously here, and the team was fantastic all the way through. So after your COVID test, you then are going to go right to another area of the parking garage, and that's where you are assigned a Q dorm and a room. So that's kind of the FSS portion. You also fill out some MPF paperwork and hand it in right there. So that's where you get your assignment for the Q dorm, and you get back on the bus that you came in, and then they drop you off at your dorm, and you're in there. And so that's kind of where I'm at right now. I just woke up and started these videos, so more to come. I will continue to update this, give you guys more info on how things are going. All right, thanks.